One of the things that always annoyed me about being a streamer is seeing the big streamers who are literally just sitting there for thousands of people. Why is it that they can just sit there and play video games and everyone freaking loves it? Meanwhile, the rest of us are over here and we have 2 people watching us. What is going on? Sometimes it feels like small streamers have to do so much more to get even slightly further ahead than where they are now. But the thing is, you don't know the history that a large streamer has, and they have put in so much effort over years and years and years where they've been very active on their streams in order to get the viewership that they have today. But the thing is, my friend, you can use all of the same strategies that they used when they were on their come up to be on your own dang come up. I'm really proud of myself for not swearing there. That was pretty good. See, the problem that a lot of small streamers have is that you see all of those massive streamers who are literally just sitting there playing games and you think that that's what you're able to get away with too, when in reality, you have to be way more thoughtful and intentional with your stream if you want to level up your content. Now, this doesn't mean that literally every single stream you have to be doing something groundbreaking and crazy compelling, but the amount of time and attention that you give to your stream, if you do truly want to grow it, has to be more than you just turning on the stream and sitting there and playing a game. So the big strategy here is don't be lazy, which sounds a lot easier than it actually is, because if you've gotten to the point where all you do is turn on your stream and play games and that's it, you probably settled into being really comfortable, and in order to get yourself to the next level and grow your viewership, that's going to require you being pretty uncomfortable. But we all got to get potty trained sometimes. So I've got a few simple strategies that you can use to create a more compelling stream and grow your viewership, but before we do that, Own3D is an amazing marketplace full of all the graphics that you need for your stream. They have alerts, panels, even emotes, which is wild, and you can actually buy a package that has already been created and get your graphics instantly. It works with every single stream. It's very, very easy integration. This is really good for those of you who are at the point where you maybe don't have the money or the traction yet to be able to hire a designer on your own, and you need something that's going to make you look just a little bit more professional versus the Canva graphics that you've probably been creating yourself. So if you haven't checked them out already, make sure that you do. There is a link for that below. All right, what's up everyone? It's Ashni. I've been on Twitch for 7 years. I have been a stream coach for 2.5 years, and I also wrote a book on streaming, which is freaking crazy. So there's a link for that down below if you want to check it out. It's pretty freaking cute. However, most of you don't give a crap about me. You just want the strategies that are going to help you. So let's just jump right into it. Okay, so the first way that we're going to stop being lazy is by doing something called a challenge. There are not nearly enough Twitch streamers right now who are using challenges, and they're such an effective way to grow your viewership because it automatically makes your stream so much more compelling. Challenges are designed to help you or your audience push your limits. So think about the game that you're playing now. How many wins can you get in a row? How many of a specific flower can you collect? Or how quickly can you beat a level? You want a challenge to be right outside your zone of comfort. So you don't want it to feel impossible or actually be impossible, but you definitely want to question whether or not you can stick with it. Because the thing that is going to make a challenge compelling is that it's going to be an insight into your mind for your audience. So they're going to be able to see how you deal with frustration, how you deal with a lack of belief in yourself, and your challenge should be something that takes so much time that it does feel like a larger project for you. It's something you have to actively work towards, and you know that once you finish it and you have completed that challenge, that it is a thing that you put a lot of effort into. The reason for this is that you don't want someone else to easily be able to accomplish the thing that you just accomplished. If you can do something that not many people can say that they've done, that's going to make you stand out as more of an authority in the game that you play, and it's going to help you attract more people to you because they see you as someone who knows what they're doing. The thing is, challenges aren't just for the streamer, they're also for the community too. So if you have a couple of people in your community already, what you might be able to do is attract more people to it by doing a challenge together. This can be something like a 30-day diet, or maybe 30 days of trying to improve your rank in a game. There we go. And when people see that your stream is improving other people's lives, they're gonna be way more attracted to you because they're gonna feel like the time that they spend in your stream is actually beneficial for them too. All right, the next way that you can stop being lazy and level up your stream content is with news. So this is topical content that has something to do with what's going on in the world right now. And specifically, it's probably gonna have something to do with gaming and Twitch. So what you wanna do with this is you wanna find the intersection between what your brand normally talks about and the topical conversational zeitgeist. What types of things are inside of that intersection? And then how can you create some kind of news content around those subjects? That might be having conversations around those subjects, or bringing on guests, or starting a podcast. Whatever it is, you want to make sure that you have some level of opinion within the community based on everything that's going on. Now, I think that I need to put a little asterisk here because I personally feel that if you are constantly throwing your opinion on everything into the world, that just adds more chaos into your life and your mental health, and also the mental health of other people, because it's very easy once you start doing this to get negative and toxic and not even realize it until after it's happened, which I actually talked about in this video right here. So we don't want to get negative and insert our opinion literally everywhere, including places that it doesn't belong. But what we do want to do is have opinions and take stances on the things that are inside of that intersection of things that are topical and inside of the current conversation, plus also things that have to do with our brand. So if you pay attention to who you are, what you do, and what your stream is about, and also you pay attention to the zeitgeist, usually this is done through social media platforms like Twitter, then you'll know what topics you should be talking about, and you can inject those into your stream by creating a segment in your stream for news, or bringing on other guests, or like I said, maybe even starting a podcast. Although let me say, streamer interview podcasts are such a dime a dozen nowadays, so just be careful with those. Collaborative content is great, but we don't just want to recycle everybody else's ideas over and over and over. All right, some of y'all are going to question me on this next one. Giveaways. Yes, believe it or not, I actually am a positive advocate for giveaways. Now, the reason for this is that if you use giveaways as the tool that they can be a powerful tool to grow your stream. But a lot of streamers go into giveaways assuming that all of the people that they're going to attract are going to be people who are attracted to them as a person. Like, no sis, they're just there for the free stuff. And guess what? Ain't nothing wrong with that. This is because they are boosting you up in the directory that you're in, which is allowing you to attract more and more people to you. You're not going to convert every single person who comes into your stream for a giveaway, but you're going to convert a decent amount of people over to being actual consistent views of your channel, especially if you are running giveaways consistently. Why do you think you always see the top streamers doing giveaways? They're giving away laptops, they're giving away computers. Computers are laptops. When's Ninja gonna start giving away Lambos? They do this because they know that it works, and you don't have to be a large streamer in order to do this by any means. The thing I will caution you against, though, is spending a ton of money to run giveaways on your channel without getting a return on that investment. You actually have access to a lot of free product, even if you are a smaller streamer. So reach out to companies and ask those questions first before you try to spend a ton of your own money. Because typically, if you're spending hundreds of dollars a month on getting product to give away during your stream, it doesn't actually lead to enough audience growth for it to be worth it in the long run. This is because of something called customer acquisition cost, which is the cost that it costs a company or a business to be able to attract a new paying customer. You want your customer acquisition costs to stay as low as possible. They can easily be free if you just reach out to companies, which you can find the people to reach out to if you get on LinkedIn or if you pay attention to Twitter. Now, I will say, whenever you're a small streamer, it can feel like it's difficult to convince a company to give you a product for free, which technically isn't always the case. There are some great companies like Elgato, for example, who will invest in smaller streamers just simply because they love the streaming and gaming community and they truly care about supporting it. However, you're gonna have an easier time convincing all of these other companies that you want to get free product from if you have something to bring them that you believe is going to generate some level of attention for them. So this typically means that you need to have some kind of event stream where you're having a big celebration and the giveaways are a part of that. You know what? Let's talk about that actually. Celebration streams are so great, y'all, and you have an excuse to celebrate freaking anything. You can celebrate 1,000 followers, 500 followers, 5 average viewers, hitting affiliate, hitting partner. There are so many reasons to hype your community up and get them excited. And the more that you can do that, the more happy they're gonna be, the more likely they're gonna be to come back to you because they feel like they're having a good time there because you're trying to make it a good time. Versus you're just kind of sitting there playing the same game that you've played every single day for the past 6 months, not really trying to improve, not really increasing the level of connection that you have with them, and not really doing anything new that entire time. Can you imagine how boring it would be to watch a streamer who does the same thing every single day for years? We are creatures of habit, sure, but we also need variety. We need to see our streamers in lots of different situations. Happy ones, sad ones, frustrating ones, them taking a game really seriously, them not taking a game seriously at all. We don't just want to see you sit there. We want to see you improve yourself and grow. All right, and the next one that is incredibly beneficial, if you are not doing this at this point, you are seriously missing out, is YouTube. Of course, you've probably heard every single stream educator at this point say this, myself included, but it has not changed, y'all. YouTube is so massively important for your stream. There are some people who disagree with this. There are some people who are not interested in making YouTube content at all, but there are also some YouTubers who are sitting and trying to be a really great Twitch streamer when they're actually just a YouTuber on the wrong platform. The reason YouTube is so imperative is because the level of success that you reach on YouTube doesn't just go away like it can on Twitch. On Twitch, you can have 4,000 viewers one day and the next day have 10. We've seen people who have gotten partnered and lost everything. And that environment is really difficult to be an expert on because it's constantly changing. One of the conditions for having expertise in a thing is that there is an unchanging environment. And that's just not the case with Twitch. It's constantly shifting, whereas YouTube is a completely different situation. Once you reach 100,000 subscribers, those 100,000 subscribers don't just go away the next day. Now, you can do things that make them want to unsubscribe, so just because you hit this goal on YouTube doesn't mean that you are completely safe from any backsliding, but the potential for that to happen is a lot less than it happening over on Twitch. Live streaming is a fantastic tool to get closer to your audience. It is so difficult to grow an audience using solely live streaming. That's not to say that it's impossible, because once again, the environment is constantly changing and shifting, but it is a lot easier if you have other platforms that you are participating on as well. Because here's the thing, y'all, a lot of you are saying that you want to be a Twitch partner or you want to be a full-time streamer, but you don't want the effort that you're putting in to have to change in order to get there. Or you're too afraid to start putting effort in because you don't want to fail. But the thing is, you cannot reach the goals that you have by doing the same stuff that got you to where you are right now. You have to do different things if you want to level up, and it can't just be you sitting there and hoping that someday those goals are going to happen for you. You have to do something worth watching, just like every single large streamer has done throughout the history of their career. So since we talked about YouTube in this video, I want to let you know I actually created an entire YouTube playlist for you about how I use YouTube to grow my Twitch stream, and also I'm about halfway through making a YouTube course, so if that's something that you're interested in, type course in the comments down below so I know to keep you guys updated on it during the videos on this channel. That's all for me. I love you. I'll see you over there. Bye!